Okay, so in the previous video, we looked at linear simultaneous equation, and in this video, we're going to be looking at a quadratic simultaneous equation. So this is when one of the equations is in the form of a quadratic form, where there's an x squared or an y squared. So in this case, we can't really use the elimination method we looked in the previous video. We can only use the substitution method to find x and y. So let's take a look at an example. So let's say maybe we can have x squared minus 3xy plus 2y squared is equal to 0. So this is our quadratic equation. And then we have also x plus y is equal to 9. So this is a linear one. So as I said, you can only use substitution. So let's go about rearranging this to find x. So I can say x is equal to 9 minus y, which I'll now substitute into this original quadratic equation. So we have 9 minus y squared minus 3 times 9 minus y times y plus 2y squared is equal to 0. Now we expand and simplify. So expanding brackets, 81 minus 18y plus y squared minus 27y plus 3y squared plus 2y squared is equal to 0. We can now simplify it. So we have 6y squared. We have minus 45y and we have plus 81 is equal to 0. I can divide it by 3 because they all got a factor of 3. So we have 2y squared minus 15y plus 27 is equal to 0, which I can now try and factorize. So we have 2y, y, we can do minus 3 minus 9. So therefore y is 9 over 2 or y is 3. So now in this case, we have two y values, okay? But it doesn't matter because we have a quadratic equation initially. So therefore, I need to find x. So x is originally 9 minus y. So I just need to replace y into each one. So for y is 9 over 2, x will be 9 over 2. And for y is 3, x will be equal to 6. So it will be x is 9 over 2 when y is 9 over 2, and x is 6 when y is 3, like this. So as you can see, we use the substitution method to find our x and y. Let's just try one more. So let's try maybe x minus y is 6 and xy is 4. Same thing, we try and use a substitution method to solve these stuff. So the original one, let's rearrange for x. So x is y plus 6, which I'm going to substitute into the second equation. So x is y plus 6 times by y is equal to 4. So expanding bracket, we get y squared plus 6y, bring the 4 to the left-hand side, minus 4 is 0. So we get a quadratic equation. Now we just have to find y by the solutions we found before. However, this one here does not factorize, right? So we can use the quadratic equation. So y will be equal to minus 6 plus or minus square root of 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times minus 4. All over 2a, a being 1, so therefore just 2. So we get minus 6 plus or minus what we have 36 minus 4 is plus 16 over 2, which is minus 6 plus or minus root 52 over 2, like this, okay? And then therefore I can say, well, if that's my y, I can find my x, because x is y plus 6. So when y is minus 6 plus root 52 over 2, x will be minus 6 plus root 52 over 2 plus 6. And when y is minus 6 minus root 52 over 2, x would be minus 6 minus root 52 over 2 plus 6, like this. And you can obviously simplify it to make it in a more simple form. But the main premise is that we rearrange to find x or y and then substitute it in. And that way we can get it in one variable, find that variable, and then replace it back into the original one to find the other variable. So this is stuff maybe you guys have learned before. It's just maybe good practice to try some of the questions in the textbook and just give this a go. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem.